When most people from DC hear of the word fort, they think of Fort Totten, the metro station, or Fort Chaplin, the neighborhood, or they think of Fort DuPont, the place where bands come to play. But what they don't think of is that these Fort Circle Park used to be a battleground for the Civil War. Fort Chaplin, Fort Mayhem, and Fort DuPont are important to the community because these forts date back since the Civil War. The Civil War is still important to many African Americans because for the first time, many of their ancestors were considered free by our nation since being introduced to the New World. Today, these forts are places where the community members gather. One thing the community does to interact with each other is the concert that goes on at Fort DuPont. They get to know one another. They can tell stories about what their family used to do at these forts. For example, Mrs. Jordan, who we did an oral history with, used to play softball at Fort Mayhem in the 1920s. Yes, these forts were a place where history changed, but now these forts are a place where understanding and communication evolve. These forts have shaped the community. The forts are important to me because of the rich history involving around the Fort of Chaplin, Mayhem, and DuPont. It's also important because Fort Chaplin, Fort Mayhem, and Fort DuPont is not always centered around the history of the fort. It's also centered around the activities that happen throughout the park. As people who want to get more community members involved with the forts, we have to involve the fort's history with the activity that goes on at these forts. We have to spread the word on how important history from the past and the present is. Another thing we have to do is spend equal amount of time in each park, not just one.